Let's see here. Student information. Margarita, Stefan. You're in the barrier, so we gotta start your quest. Your little, like, quest. Probably should take care of the monster, too. I want to see what shops they opened up, though. Kind of curious. Oh, there's a quest here. A letter? Oh, right. Probably from Oh, this is where the quest is. Probably from Phantom Thief B. This must have been what he meant by the Blue Cross indicates. Green took the letter confirming the sender was exactly who he thought. Yep, this is him, alright. What should I do, though? Honestly, I'm half tempted to just cram it in my pocket and keep going about my day. Read it. No, I think I should read it. What if it's about a crime he's recently committed? I'd hate to just be sitting on this until only to find out when I read it that it's too late to undo any harm he's done. Green opened up the letter seal and popped out a card.
To my dear friends in Class 7, I've taken the liberty of preparing an enjoyable diversion to spice up your mundane day-to-day lives a little.
Well, look at that. I'm already regretting opening this thing. I continue to watch your radiance from afar, ever dazzled by its brilliance. That radiance is no doubt the fruit of the bonds you share with one another. Bonds which, today, I wish to test. Are we gonna fight? I wish to see how you act when the seeds of distrust and discord are sown among you, and I shall be watching from close by. To witness so rare and priceless an occasion, I'll be stealing from one of your beloved classmates.
I hope you'll enjoy this little experiment. I know I certainly will.
Hey, make up your mind. Do you want voice acting or not? Steal one of our classmates? That's wild. Please don't take Fee, Machias, or Gaius. Don't take anyone, but if you had to take someone, take Millium. Damn, I have to tell the others about this. There's not an amount to it.
Now, let the game begin. Dance for me a beautiful dance. Each step replete with uncertainty.
Who does Blue Blanc's voice actor? He's really good. His voice delivery is amazing. That's him. Can't believe he was able to access the ship's intercom system and even the lights. Did he steal someone? Oh, they're back on now. I need to hurry and check on the others. Might as well do this quest while we're here. Is everyone here? Everyone looks to be here. Anyway, that's why I asked you all to come here, but everyone seems to be present and accounted for, at least to me. Perhaps that whole business about him stealing one of us was a lie then. I don't know, he doesn't seem like the type who'd go to all this effort then not follow through. You think he's already struck, stolen a member of Class 7 and assumed their identity? Oh, wild. No way. Don't underestimate him. He's a pretty good master in disguise. If he did, he's a true master of disguise. Everyone looks the same as ever to me. Yeah, but that's what they all want you to believe. I don't know if this is related to the current situation, but after the lights came back on, I found this card in the Orbital Factory area downstairs. That's one of B's calling cards. Can I have a look at it? Short-handed reading the card and began to read aloud. The theft has been conducted successfully. I am now among your numbers. Oh, well, one of us is a fraud. I think it's the cat. So Angelica was right then. Wait, there's more. Having established that, allow me to lay down the rules of our little game. Green Schwarzer, you shall take up the mantle of detective. Your mystery is to discover whom among you I have replaced. To make things a little more interesting, I will allow Sophie to aid you as your assistant. Me? Oh, Sophie can't be fake. What a twisted man. This is all just some game to him. Naturally, I have not taken the place of a detective or assistant and not of your tutor either. I have assumed the identity of another Class 7's member. Okay, so it's someone in Class 7. I look forward to your struggles to discover which one. Here's to your success. So we're all potential suspects then. Sure hope you didn't choose Emma. Can't the cat be a suspect, please? If we exclude Reen, Fee, and Instructor Sarah, that leaves 8 people that could be him. It's starting to sound kind of fun. As long as you're not suspecting me, then it wouldn't be much fun. You're probably the one I suspect the most, honestly. Before we begin, however, I would like to set forth 2 rules. In the interest of a fair and enjoyable game, of course. Rule 1. Questions must concern events that happened after you went your separate ways from the bridge. Inquiring about things that happened before then or about personal information I could not possibly know is strictly forbidden. Rule 2, you may consult with anyone outside of class. You may not consult with anyone outside of class 7. That includes the purple lightning. So only class 7. Should you violate either of these rules, I can offer no guarantees of the safety of your missing member. Oh no. I would assume that by now, you know me well enough to realize this is no idle jest. Well, that's everything. You sure can fit a lot on these cards. This is a kind of interesting side quest. I'm gonna have to actually, like, put 2 and 2 together and figure out who's fake. I'm down. Toa, don't say anything that might break the second rule. Yeah, for their sake, I think it'd be best for us to keep our mouths shut and let them figure this out now. Indeed, we can't risk putting whoever he's taken hostage in danger. I guess I'm off. I'm in the off-limits camp too. Can't say I'm real thrilled to think that creep is sitting right here among us. Yeah, I know. Indeed, especially when we can't even help Class 7 identify him. Just leave this to us. We'll get him. Well, okay. For now, I think it would be best for all of us to leave the room then. We'll be sure to tell everyone on board to stay away from this room too. Good luck, everyone. Alright, we're finally ready to get this started. Now we just need to decide how we're gonna work this out. First rule's gonna be a pain. One where we can only ask questions about things that happened after we all split up after being on the bridge. Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for that, this would be fairly simple. True, I doubt he'd know what we had for dinner yesterday. For example, all of us. That would have been great, though. Imagine using that against it. Which means that rule exists so he had plenty of time to savor the enjoyment before we work out the answer. Oh, give me a break. So, which one of us is he pretending to be, then? I think it's you, Milliam. I don't really like having to doubt each other like this. You did say his intention was to test our bonds. I suppose this is one way to do that. You worked something out yet, Reen? I wish. So far, I've got nothing. How about you? Same here. Maybe we should give everyone a pat down. What? I guess that's not technically in violation of any rules. And I see no harm in doing so. But, don't worry. I'll handle the girls, Reen can do the boys. Fair. Well, I suppose that's fine then. You seem strangely reluctant. I'll be crushed if Gaius is actually the one that's Blue Blanc. I thought so. You're him, aren't you? What do you mean you thought so? If you ask me, you're more than likely to be the rat. Although, frankly, I find it hard to believe that any limitation could capture the sheer arrogance that seeps from your every pore. I take it back. I find it equally ludicrous to think an imposter could duplicate your ability to overreact to the slightest provocation. Provocation? I could speak, I swear. Well, looks like these two are the same as ever. I think we're letting ourselves get a bit sidetracked, though. Yeah, let's get on with those pat-downs. 8 of them split into groups, with Reen and Fee conducting the pat-downs. Oh, well that didn't get us anywhere. What should we do then? Maybe ask everyone what they did after we split up earlier? Yeah, probably the best place to start. That way we can piece together the day's events and see if any testimonies stand out as odd. So let's see. Okay, guess we're gonna ask everyone. Let's do Elliot. So, Elliot, can you tell us what you've been up to? Well, when I went down to the factory area with Machias because we wanted to make a few tweaks to our weapons. Okay, Elliot was with Machias. After that, Machias was still taking care of some stuff, but I hopped on an elevator and left. Headed to the arts training room to see how the modifications went, and that's basically it. Right, so you went to the factory to get some weapon adjustments, then went to test out your staff. And Machias was with you initially, so he'll at least be able to verify that first part happened. Gotcha, thanks Elliot. Alright, let's ask someone else. Machias. How about Machias? Can you tell us what you've been doing? Of course. First I stopped by the factory area in the hold with Elliot to have some adjustments made to their weapons. Okay. That's basically what Elliot said. Elliot finished up first and left, while I stuck around waiting for my shotgun. About half hour later, I finally left the hold as well and dropped by the game room, where I ran into none other than Husis. This is a lie. He did not run into Husis. Because, Elliot and Machias were with Fee in Kelding. I think. Maybe this isn't a lie. Who knows? We even ended up playing a fairly civil game of billiards, too. We were still playing when all of this happened. She started a friendly game of billiards. Just like that? Yeah, also they're not friends. Aw, you're such good friends. We are not. Anyway, thanks for giving us your account, Marcus. Alright, let's ask someone else. Can you tell us about what you've been up to, Husis? So, like, the bridge is, like, after Cold Steel 1, right? Like, when they say, like, everything that happened after the bridge, is that after the Cold Steel 1 cliffhanger ending? I'm assuming that's what it is. Certainly. First, I went to the close combat training room where I sparred for a while with Gaius. Wait, maybe this isn't, no, this has to be something else. This has to be, like, either before the Pantagruel or before... I don't know when this is, honestly. I'm trying to remember. After practicing for a while, we parted ways, after which I went to the game room. I was there roughly 30 minutes before Regnitz wandered in to break my peaceful reverie. No, this has to be sometime with the Courageous. That wouldn't make sense. He was being his usual nosy self, so I figured I'd shut him up by besting him at a game of billiards. Watch, none of them are the victims. And Fee is actually... I bet you Fee is going to be the actual, Fee is actually going to be Phantom Thief B. You just have to go and make yourself sound superior, don't you? Oh, take it easy there, guys. Seems to add up with Marcus's testimony. Yeah, thanks, Husis. Alright, let's ask someone else. Gaius. Can you tell us what you were up to, Gaius? First, I swung by the close combat training room where Husis and I went a couple of rounds. Eventually, we both left the room and headed to the elevator together. I was first to get off at the 3rd floor. From the elevator, I headed straight out to the front desk to enjoy the feeling of the breeze in my hair. So you trained with Husis, then went to front desk. Thanks for your testimony. Alright, now the girls. What were you up to during that time, Elisa? Well, I was hanging around with Milliam for a while. We were sitting and talking at one of those tables in the 3rd floor hall. After a while, she remembered she had something to do something and left. I stayed there, and pretty soon after that, Princess often passed by and invited me into the royal room. That's it, I think. So you were with the princess. Thanks, Elisa. That was a big help. You tell us what you were doing, Laura? I can, though I'm afraid there's really not much to tell. After everyone dispersed, I chose to remain behind the bridge, observing the crew at work. Oh, really? There's not really any point in inquiring further, then. Thanks, Laura. I bet you it's gonna be Fee. I bet you. Can you tell us how you spent that time, Emma? Well, actually, I was with Fee the entire time. You were? Yep, she was. Celine was there, too. They were both nearby when the lights went out, too, so I'd have a hard time believing it's Emma. Right. He's got no reason to lie, but we are dealing with B here, so we can't exactly be 100% certain he isn't Emma. What were you doing together, then? Well, first, we went to the reference room so I could investigate something. After that, we went to the kitchen. Does that all check out, Fee? Yep, all of it. Okay, then, thanks, Emma. Finally, Milliam. So, Milliam, can you tell us what you were doing during the time in the question? Sure. Well, first I was hanging out with Elisa at one of the tables in the 3rd floor hallway. Okay, lines up, lines up. We were sitting around talking, though, but then I remembered my bear. Your bear? I said the same words as Fee. I did not know she was going to say that. We just happened to be thinking the same thing. I got him from Gramps, and I finally got him back from the train while we were in Rower. Anyway, I forgot I hadn't put him somewhere nice yet, so I went straight to the nap room to plop him down there. Oh, right. Thanks, Milliam. I bet you it's Fee. I bet you it's Fee. Well, it's everyone. Still, just asking everyone individually may not be enough to prove anything. Someone could be lying. You've got a point. Might be good to get info about what people are doing from someone other than themselves. Maybe we can ask everyone if they saw anyone else. Oh, now that you mention it, that's a good idea. Thanks for the tip, Fee. It's what assistants do. That's true enough. In that case... Oh, we can do this again? You said you went to the factory area with Marcus, right? Then you went to the arts training room? Did you happen to spot anyone else besides Marcus during all of that time? Actually, I did. On the way to the arts training room, I passed Husis and Gaius together and said hi to them. Oh, right. I may as well take this opportunity to answer for myself. I saw no one other than Elliot and those I've already specified met. As for me, I saw Elisa sitting alone at one of the tables on the 3rd floor when I went down there. Assuming everything we heard earlier is true, I must have been there after Milliam left and before Alphen arrived. Alright, that gets a few people out of the way then. Okay, next person. Remember Elliot and Husis, right, Marcus? Did you happen to spot anyone else while you were going out about your business? I did. I noticed Emma and Fee as I entered the game room. That must have been when they were headed to the kitchen area. So you saw Emma and Fee entering the kitchen. Got it. I didn't realize anyone had seen us going there. Same, must have let my guard down. No need to feel bad about that. You were just walking around the crate, just not infiltrating a secret base. Alright, just these three. They might cancel them out, though. You said you sat and talked with Milliam for a while before she left, and later you were invited to the royal room, right? That's right, yeah. Other than them, I did see Gaius pass through after Milliam left. That must have been when he was on his way to the front desk to enjoy the wind or whatever. That's all, though I didn't see anyone else. Alright, thanks. You said you stayed on the bridge after everyone else left, right, Laura? Indeed, and of course, it follows that I saw none of our other classmates after that, nor did they see me. Fair enough. Yeah, not much we could do about that. So, after you finished talking with Elisa, you went to the nap room, right, Milliam? Did you see anyone other than Elisa during all of this? Nope, not a soul. Now I wish I'd stayed there, though. I might have gotten invited to see Princess Alpha. I'm gonna go with my gut and say Milliam's the fraud. Well, never mind that for now. I think that's all we're gonna get. Emma, you went to the reference room, then to the kitchen, right? And then Fee was there with you the whole time. You didn't see anyone else while you were wandering around, did you? You can answer this one, right? Of course we did, yes. While we were on our way to the kitchen, we saw Hughes enter the game room. Didn't see anyone else, though. Did you see Hughes' Fee? Yup. That's a relief. Just knowing that isn't conclusive proof that Blue Blanc isn't masquerading as Emma. Oh well. Game's really trying to be like, yeah, it's Emma. Okay, we asked everyone here what they did and if they saw anyone else while they were doing it. Want to go over it all again? Yeah, let's do that. That's good, because I don't remember what everyone said. First, the places where everyone started were, I remembered correctly, Elliot and Machias were at the Orbital Factory on the 1st floor. Eustace and Gaius were in the close combat training room on the 4th floor. Elisa and Milliam were at one of the tables in the 3rd floor hallway. Finally, Emma and I were in the reference room on the 2nd floor. Aside from Laura, who has no alibi, all of them were in groups of 2. It's gotta be Laura, right? In that case. True, which means everything you just listed is likely to be genuine. As for what they did afterward, though, we'll go over that now. Elliot left the factory before Machias did, then went to the arts room alone. On the way there, he also met Gaius and Hughes. Yup, after that, Gaius said he went to the deck on the 3rd floor, and Hughes went to the game room on the 2nd floor. That's right, and on my way, I saw Elisa alone in the 3rd floor hallway. That means I must have already left for the nap room by then. Yeah, next up is Machias. About 30 minutes after Elliot left the factory room, he finished his business there as well and headed to the game room. That does seem to mesh with my own experience, seeing as I was in the room alone for some time before he arrived. Yeah, then as I walked into the game room, I noticed Emma and Fee walking into the kitchen. As for Emma and Fee themselves, we started out in the reference room, as I mentioned earlier, but eventually we moved to the kitchen. Can't remember exactly how long we spent in the reference room, though. As we left, we were on our way to the kitchen. We saw Hughes heading into the game room. Oh, that's everyone. Any idea who our guilty party is, Reen? Yeah, I've got a good idea now. You do? You're cool sometimes, Reen. Could you share your idea with us then? Gladly. One who's actually a fan of Thief in disguise is none other than... Oh, they're gonna actually make me guess. It's gotta be Laura because she's by herself, right? I'm gonna say it's Laura. You, Laura. Are you serious, Reen? What's your evidence? Well, truth be told, I don't really have any, but when you got no solid evidence, you have to trust your instincts. I just can't bring myself to actually say that, though. Hope you're not just guessing at random. Reen, you need to give more thought to this instead of just making accusations. Okay, I thought because she was alone. It's Emma, right? Because they were like making a big deal out of it. You, Emma. Why me? What's your evidence? Well, Emma said she saw Hughes enter the game room, right? If she did, where does that leave Machias' testimony? One where he said he saw me and Emma going into the kitchen. That's the one. Those two testimonies are at odds with each other. After all, Hughes said that Machias came to the game room roughly 30 minutes after he himself arrived, right? That's correct. Which means... there's no way Emma could have seen Hughes entering the game room from Machias saw her at the kitchen. It's just not possible. That's enough of an inconsistency to make Emma the leading suspect, don't you think? Well, sure, it's an inconsistency, but if Machias' info is wrong, well, Keep in mind, I saw Hughes's too, which means our leading suspect is actually someone else. You're right, why didn't I notice that? It's you, Marcus. Maniacal laugh.
Well reasoned, my friends. A fine deduction if I say so myself. You are correct. I am Phantom Thief B.
Is it like always Marcus though, or is it like dependent on something? I wonder. Is it whoever you name might always be Marcus? I don't know. I could scarcely believe my eyes. He got us good. I'm impressed you were able to discern the truth from picking up on a small inconsistency, or perhaps I extended too generous a hand in helping you along after all. Helping us along? So your suspicious testimony was deliberate then? Spare us your cape-fluttering theatrics and tell us where Marcus is. This game is over. Such a lively rejoinder. All I shall say is a narrow storehouse.
But adieu, ladies and gentlemen. I look forward to meeting you again on a new stage one day.
Alright, peace out. Dude, they just wanted to put as much Blue Blanc voice acting in the game. How does he do that? Never mind that now. We need to rescue Marcus. At least he doesn't make the clue all hard and stuff. Yeah, I can't think of anywhere other than the storage room on the 3rd floor that would fit the description. Let's go dig him out, I guess. He's actually tied up. Ouch. I only wish I could have been there when you were captured, just to see the look on your face. You look a bit tied up, Marcus. Hop hauling up. Stop gawking and untie me. When Marcus saved, everyone else said about trying to find Phantom Thief B. Unsurprisingly, he was nowhere to be found. Still, they had at least managed to avoid any harm from his antics, so for the most part, all is well that ends well. Alright, that was kind of fun. That was a really interesting side quest. Very, very fun. What were we doing again? I should probably just take Marcus. We need Emma, Elliot, and, don't we need Emma, Elliot, Sarah, and Milliam for the, thing? We should do that trial just now.